just no matter what happens, they're like, hey, it's fine. And as we thought, G2 are going to go into Ascent. They're going to pick this map out.
Yep.
And how FPX respond to this is really up in the air. As of yet, with their stats on the board, they haven't played this. We've seen them on Haven, we've seen them on Bind, and obviously on Split going throughout the qualifiers and indeed this tournament right here, but not Ascent.
This is the go-to map, though, when it comes to G2, right? This is their bread and butter, but the problem is it's just never very convincing. That's my thing with this, Mitch. This is when I look at it and say, okay, yep, this is a map that you're very comfortable with, but the score lines are never that comfortable. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's fair to say, realistically, when you think about G2 and how they've been performing, they're a defense-sided team on this map. We saw them go up against BBL and take 9 rounds total on defense out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty decent. Obviously, the pistol round going their way that time. And all in all, I do feel like when we think about G2 being undefeated on Ascent, being a team that have taken down, I mean, a lot of the lower tier teams, but they've managed to do damage to the likes of NIP, Party Pirates, as we said before. That was 2 times they beat them, and the first was 13-4. But Party quickly bounced back to a 14-12 the second time, just 4 days later. That tells me that perhaps Angel's got a little bit of an idea on how they play it, but that was a month ago. And the thing is, in other games, we'll look at things like in Counter-Strike, for example, we'll generally say 3 months is the relevant statistic. Weighted more so, I suppose, towards those. The more recent it is, obviously, the better. But within Valorant, things are changing so quickly in terms of how you're figuring it out. Like, you think about where CS was 2 years ago versus where it is now. I would imagine, I think I'd comfortably say the last 2 months of Valorant has been more change.
Oh, yeah.
So, in that sense, 1 month is actually a long time, especially with lineup changes and all the new things that are being discovered.
Adjustments to the game, right? Updates that we see come out. Everything can really change in a big way at the moment. And especially as teams figure more things out, because there's all well and good just playing, but it's also the theory you put behind it all.
Oh, yeah.
Testing out some things in your own games, looking at what you can abuse, looking at how you can use different agents together, their abilities. We're seeing it become more and more relevant when it comes to how these teams approach it. Because very much at the beginning, right, it was just a bit gun-ho and a bit like, no, it's just everyone out for themselves.
That's the way it has to be, right? When you're theory crafting like that, everybody has their own opinion on how a game should be played, and you just have to pit all those ideas against each other, see what one comes out on top, and then it becomes a game of, now how do we beat, instead of how do I beat all these other ideas, how do I get the best strategies, how do I beat the current best strategy? And that's when we start to evolve very quickly. We go from meta to meta until we get somewhere that's actually concrete and close to perfection, and then I'm sure there'll be an update to change it, so we have to search for perfection yet again.
I love Ascent, man. I love Ascent. Every time I'm just looking at this fly-through, this overview we've got of it all. I know it's not your favorite map. I think actually, for some reason, even though it was like the last map added in, right, everyone's just so against it, and I don't know why.
Well, I'll give you the exact reason that so many people are against it. It's just because it's new. Any time that something new comes along, people hate it. It's a guarantee. I mean, okay.
They didn't hate Valorant when it first came out. Everyone was happy with that.
That's true, but once they get used to normality and like, oh, this is what Valorant is, and you put in Reyna, and everyone goes, this is so broken, and then like a week later, we're like, no, we can counter that very easily.
This works.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's fine.
It's the lazy people. That's what you're telling me.
But that's exactly it. You have to look into the, like, look, I'm not saying when something comes out, it can't be broken and it can't be bad, but you have to actually put the research into looking at, why is it broken? Why do you think it's broken? Is there a way to beat it? Like, all these people that were complaining that Reyna needed to be deleted from the game didn't even know you could shoot the blind when it came out. It's like, really?
they were just like, that looks terrible.
It killed me once. Get it out. Get it out. It's like you just haven't bothered to research. The same thing, actually, with, I know, look, I'm not a fan of Killjoy, but the reality is I've heard a lot of people complaining about stuff like the ultimate activates, they get their gun stolen by it, and they're like, why the hell does it do that? It's like, well, if you're playing the game and you haven't even looked up what our ult does, I mean, come on. You're going to end up getting destroyed by it if you literally don't know what it does. We're ready to go, though, right here and now. G2's map pick. We're going into Ascent, and you can see that starting over on the attacking side, it's going to be Funplus Phoenix. They're ready to roll as G2 have that standard defense. I love Davidp over towards the B side, excuse me, combined with the Sova. This is very impactful because, as I said before, that slow that you've just seen him throw through, combined with a shock dart, this was the first team I saw adapting that strategy, and it's been so efficient at keeping opponents back and popping those early heals. You can see even without seeing them, the Cypher's already close to half HP.
That damage done already forces them back. You Seeing Funplus Phoenix try to push up. Shadow's on the hunt. He straight away gets Mixwell. He didn't stand the chance in that one. paTiTek's quite low, and Funplus Phoenix are looking to apply the pressure, but they're not checking Davidp. He lines up with 2 headshots, but can't get the third. Still game on, and still anyone's round. That was fast, those early opening seconds of this round. pyth just trying to make sure nothing bad is going to happen just yet. Luckily, Shadow's there to get the heals on go. G2 can't afford that luxury, so the Omen's going to stay low. Is Shao going to check it? pyth is right on the corner. He checks his first, looks in for the rest. Oh, he gets it done. pyth looking for some more, but paTiTek's there to back him up as well. Now you're in a 1v2. Shadow's got to wait 30 seconds for that heal to come up, straight in with the spike being planted. Didn't have time to close the door. They're pushing him together. He can hear the footsteps. I'm assuming he heard both of their footsteps. Oh, he's going to go for around the world. I love it. And if you can keep it going for a few more seconds, this could be huge, because he could potentially get the heal up on himself.
Oh,
missed the first few shots. That's less than ideal. Heals himself up.
They could be sticking it now, though.
Time to shine. Time to shine.
To jump around. He knows they're off.
So close. Really well played, though, of how G2 communicated that, because that could have gone real bad for them, especially with how it started. If it wasn't for those 2 crazy kills from Davidp, I'd say FPX win that round 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, no, I think most definitely they do. With a 1-0 now in play for G2, they're going to be happy to have that under their belt, considering how it started. It definitely didn't look to be favored towards them. The halfway stick in this game has really played such a massive role in changing things from what they, I guess what the norm would be in a lot of these games, where you obviously have to just go 0 to 100 all at once from the start. For FPX, the early game is definitely focused around middle in this one. Considering they've only got pistols, I'm actually surprised. I thought we'd see a much more direct approach towards one of these sites. But instead, it's going to be slow and steady mid-control. They've got a player already pushed up nice and close. Now going to be swinging out to see if they can do the damage. Oh, even better than the damage. They can get right up close. Shadow can get into position just outside of Market. And it looked like he might have been pushed by Jett, but never mind.
Slow round from FPX, though. Mixwell's able to at least find 1 for now. Long range with a Phantom. No problem at all for him. Gets himself the second as well. Holding strong. Doesn't want to get too aggressive, though. He's taking a lot of damage. Shao lands it. That's really nicely done. ardiis going to go pick himself up the extra ult point, though. pyth comes round. Sneaking out. Takes Meddo down. That's the clean 2-0. And pyth... Oh, he won't be able to pick up the Phantom. They ran past it. Waste of money. Less than ideal. And you can't afford to waste it. That's part of the game, right? You're too early on.
Oh, definitely. This is where you really need the cash. FPX are coming into their first buy round, and the benefit of those early rounds is that G2 get to build up that extra little bit of money. And when it comes through to this buy, if they do lose, they get to just launch back in with a buy of their own. And the upside at this point is Mixwell's only 2 away from this ult, so if he finds 1 kill, then dies, he'll be able to get a weapon for free, essentially. Or 5 of them that he can throw at his opponents. The speed of light. We move into really short of crowd. Oh my god, what is that shot from Shadow? Quick little 1-tap to paTiTek. He's dealt with eventually by Mixwell now. Guaranteed if they lose this round, he'll have his ult or he'll save a weapon if he doesn't die, I guess.
Didn't expect the second player to be there, though. After he got the first, he went straight to check into mid. Mid's very open from multiple sides there, right? Straight down on the line. If anyone's pushing down from B, and obviously they're pushing on A short there.
$50 remaining. It's definitely time to go for FPX, and oh, that info play at just the right time. pyth popped the cage, giving away the position to this player. They pre-fire the left corner. I like that.
Yeah.
The information now gained. The steps close. That is so good. Mixwell's the one to take the kill, but either way, it was on the back of that tripwire being used. pyth in a little bit of danger. He lights that player up to half HP. Doesn't want to contest. Not through that cage. Mixwell pops his ult actually right now. Not even going to wait. Quite surprised at that, honestly.
Yeah, he's going straight in with it. Maybe he thinks there's a chance they might not get this round.
He must do. I mean, it's a 4v3, but they're biding their time. They're running this clock way, way down. He dashes across. No shots come out. That tells you nobody's peeking, more than likely.
Yeah, very defensive. Shao getting a bit of information. They weren't able to take it down in time, and that's huge. They all get one each. That was the perfect Sova recon put down.
Mixwell completely whiffed his right click. He dropped down, tried to throw the knives into his opponents, and couldn't find a single connection. That's disastrous. That was so quick on Shadow. Very reckless, though, to just leave short open like that and completely ignore the fact that there could be players there. And for Funplus Phoenix, yeah, it started out decently, but the fact that they ended up still winning that in a 4 versus 3 with a spike plant was surprising, to be honest. Especially with the ultimate committed. That's disgusting from ardiis. Luckily, though, he is traded out by Angel.
Trying to play smart off the Sage wall here. Mixwell already taking some damage, though. 1-for-1 trade, but they're only going to leave their Sage on the B site.
I have the spike.
They're being very cautious of any aggression coming out from mid as well, which makes this interesting. Now they can start to go. Slow going up. Good timing. Good communication. Revive put into play. Now they've got the advantage. Zyppan able to stand strong. Shadow wants to try and land one of those crazy shots once again. You don't see too many of them in a game. And it was a beauty, the first one he hit. They've really slowed this down, but time is ticking away.
30 seconds on the clock. Like, they've got to make it move. They've only now got bottom mid control moving in towards B, but luckily there's only the one player awaiting them there. It was a full stack on A. They made the gamble and it didn't pay off. Davidp's the one that's going to deal with this as all the players start to swarm around him. He's just taken out. And Shao holding towards the top of mid's got that on lockdown, so they don't even have to worry about a flank.
I love it. This is so smart. If they tried to rotate round or anything right, Shao would just be in a great position to at least be a nuisance to him. Great that G2 potentially are going to be able to save 3 players here. But FPX, they did this so well. He was not ready for that timing push onto B.
That was a good fake out by Funplus Phoenix. The fact that they're able to leave it into a position where their opponents are almost certain that it's the A site. That's also the site where Cypher's playing. So that is the info site, right? It's where you should be grabbing that. And the fact that they dealt with ardiis so early on and stole away the ability to send out your recon dart, your drone, and actually find that bit of extra information. Imagine he just had a recon dart, threw it outside B, spot, or even if he had a rotated A and he lobbed it out there and saw no one outside A long, that's an instant rotate. Now all of a sudden you actually have players there to defend the site. The only downside of that, obviously, is if your opponents manage to spot that dart.
Yeah, they spot it too early, right, and then it's just completely shut out.
That's what I don't like about Reyna, for example, the way the eyes show up on the map. So you can see, for example, if they're like solo lurking over, or like if they're on A long, right, you've got a player passive on the back of A side, and they chuck out an eye.
Yeah.
You don't know they're entering there. You know there's probably more than one. It's probably not Reyna by herself just lobbing eyes all over the place. You're like, hey guys, you want to stack A? You want to rotate?
Help.
Yeah, it's immediately like, before you even see them, you're like, help, rotate.
paTiTek quick on the trigger, but again, it's not the most optimal buy. It's not the most optimal weapons when it comes out the G2 side here. Zyppan up on this boost. Not going to find anything just yet, but he's going to try and use the boombot to his advantage. Throws it into the corner, but no one is waiting there, so a bit of a wasted one for now, but it saves them having to clear it out themselves. They don't have to be scared of it for now. Shao just loves being the man, taking mid-presence, holding on.
Well, this is it. Whilst he's an aggressive player and a very individually capable one.
Oh my god, I thought Mixwell was going to land that 100%. Zyppan was walking down the stairs.
Ridiculous that he fails that, and then Meddo delivering on the Davidp that leaves B completely open. Again, a situation where those A guys are going, yeah, I guess we should save, guys. Is that we're out of it again?
The B site's so hard to retake as well.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And this early on, now, I know there's 35 seconds left on the clock, right? But what I'm saying is, they didn't use a lot of utility over on FPX. They've still got a lot of it left. Omen's going to have his blind regened up by the time they actually get to pushing in. So oftentimes this is just, oh, a little fake up on top. Look at that. He's confirming there's a player there. He's telling, problem is he has definitely given his position away at this point. So these guys are actually coming through to hunt him. And I don't think he's getting out of here.
He's dead. He is completely
Oh, they're not going to
dead.
knife him, are they? Oh, no, they're further back. Okay. That was an awkward spray by Shao. But
He's allowed one of them. He's allowed one of them.
I love that dart. It's really responsible because there could be a pistol just tucked up, a shorty in the corner. You go, oh, just go in and clear it out. Make sure they're not there. And then you've got been double shortied in the head and you're dead. Lose the weapon.
This is good, though. Potential exits coming out here. Angel's on the hunt for it. He expects it. He'll get pistol whipped for now. They're going to try and take the rest down. A bit of damage done, but still 3 players left alive for our attacking side. And G2, they lost everything within that round, so they have to completely rebuy. It's not going to be a bad one, but it could be one where they're potentially on pistols for the next. Depending on what my eyes... Actually, no, some people have got some... Oh, 2 people haven't got money. Mitch, help my old man eyes out. You're closer to the screen than I am.
There's sub 1,000 on every player for G2
Sweet.
and 4 to 6K on everybody for FPX.
Cool. They'll be on pistol then next time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh!
What a shot by ardiis. How?
What? He must have shown like a pixel at best.
That was good enough for ardiis. And the whole idea of Angel was to bait out that op shot so his teammate could swing out and take control, but not this time.
That's huge as well. Unlucky timing there from Shadow.
Oh, man.
ardiis is just going to do work. He's going to say, all right, Mixo, you're not having a game with it. It's time for me to shine.
Attackers peeking one by one. Hurrah.
Yeah, it never works out, does it?
No, usually not.
They're allowed 1. They're allowed the entry frag, and then it's supposed to be the follow-up. But no, now we're in a 2v5, and G2 looking to bounce back for a 3-3 scoreline. Pyth misses some shots there. That's going to cost him maybe a little bit. paTiTek wants to try and spray through. Not going to tag anyone up just yet. Oh, he's trying to go for the wall bang, though. Shao's still in play. Got to avoid these shock darts. And he is for now.
Oh, I hate this peak. I hate it so much. It feels like it never works out. Especially when you know there's players there. ardiis had already expended both of the shock darts. Your window was already closed. And that will be G2 taking a third. Like, look, he fires the first one out. Maybe you go, well, he'll go for a second, right? I can
Then
take him out. Yeah, but like after the 2, you wait 5 seconds and go, now. Now when he got his gun out, let's go.
What I don't understand with that is that they're trying to do it when they have no advantage, right? The high ground is where the benefit is to them. And I'm sat there going, okay, so you're going to basically try and get the headshot angle peak where he can literally just tap you, even if he pulls out a pistol. We saw Mixwell yesterday. He missed the shot on the guy with the operator and just pulled out the pistol and just owned it. Because all he can see is the head. It's just, oh, cool, tap.
Yeah, and you have to jump up there as well. So, you, like, what, you got like a half a second, maybe slightly under, of a disadvantage on that reaction time. So you have to literally be against me for you to win that duel.
There we go. Look for many Mitches in your games. You'll be fine.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, I finished a spike rush with 1 kill the other day. It was a depressing time. It's funny, you either drop double digits or you drop 1. That's there is no mid-ground.
For you? Maybe not.
No. Maybe it's because I just push everyone like a moron.
Aggro Mitch.
Double
Going
key.
forward.
I watch too much CIS Counter-Strike. I'm just ready to go. Ready to go attack everybody. Just don't have the aim to back it up, unfortunately. Oh, the return. I do like that response. Like, as soon as you realize he's going for it, you know exactly where he is. Just take the shot, but just wastes away both ultimates this time. Good shot by Meddo. Davidp goes down. They're about to spot that those players are in spawn, but it's too late to really react, or it should be. But hold on. Omen's made it into the back of the site. That is absolutely huge now, having Angel in position. He can cause a lot of havoc for these players. They have to worry about a lot of angles pushing out, but Mixwell's caught himself a nice little spot between those smokes, but eventually is pushed back, and that spike will be planted.
Mixwell had a chance to get Shadow as well. It was just the timing didn't work out for him at all. Meddo may be low on health, but his camera can give them the vision they need in this. Oh, Shadow's come all the way from behind. That's a painful ending for him. G2 surely can't try and push into this. They seem to want to go for it. Maybe they get a kill in the next few seconds and then they do, but other than that, I don't have much hope for him. Still on the operator. First shot's been missed. Don't re-peek into him. Oh, that's lucky. Mixwell decided to put it down. Shao, though, able to put in some work for now. Angel's continuing to do it. He started with a teleport in and he's made it work. They want to try and get the weapon away. Mixwell's just landing headies all day long. Eventually stopped by Shao. A 4th round secured. Oh, Shao's like, please, no, let me out.
Just banging on the door. Yeah, well, he's definitely showing the rest of the team how to do it. In this series so far, it's been looking damn good. I'm quite surprised by that, though. It's not that often you see Davidp losing those duels, but it's very fortunate that it wasn't against like a stack up. It was just the Cypher, because otherwise they would have just blitzed in and taken control immediately. Instead, sure, they got control. Sure, they end up on top, but the reality is they had to commit a lot to make that happen. The ultimate going through from Angel just to get back site control, and this is nasty. If for nothing else, the information. And look at that. Look at how passive you've just seen the Sova play. I think immediately Shao realized that that was what was happening, and he just ducked down under the box and was like, oh,
I was wondering if he was going to spot Shao at all, but he's got no information off the back of that.
Shao's pulled back. I wouldn't even mind him going aggressive because I think he could have caught them off with the timing that he had at that point. That they could have realized, like, this Mixwell didn't see you, and he'll, you know, they'll give themselves 5 seconds where they don't think you can be there.
Certainly potential for it.
But it's also a risk. You'd be on your own going through for the peak.
If I'm right, what you said yesterday, G2's defensive side's better on this map, yeah?
Significantly, I think. So 75% of the rounds they play on this map, they win. When they start on defense, which is 4 times.
Oh, Mixwell had his ult out and just got absolutely ruined by Shadow. He's out of this round, but ardiis, he's got an operator of his own. He believes he can even up the odds. And at least for now, he can. pyth's got his good camera angle up here. Just wants to be avoided for now. He does manage to hit it, but instantly the camera's taken out. They're going to have a good idea of what's going on. And Shadow looks to try and put the wall up. He wants to see over the top. How much is he going to be able to see, though? Oh, it's so close.
No, Mixwell's getting rezzed up. 10 seconds left. It's time to just bail. You're not going to get back in there to win it, and Mixwell continues to push forward. He has the knives and doesn't want to put them to waste. As time runs out, FPX have one player left alive. And he swings through! That's dangerous. pyth is going to hunt him down and make sure no weapons are saved for FPX. That doesn't seem like it was worthwhile. 4-4. G2 all tied up. And I want to actually point out, those of the 4 times they've played this starting on defense, G2 actually 2 of those were against Party Pirates.
Okay.
They found their 75%. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, man. Our attacking side is also pretty solid, 55%. I mean, that's a...
So it's not shabby either then, yeah.
No, exactly. Look, they've won this map 100% of the times they've played it, and they've played it almost the most out of any map. They played this 13 times, Haven 14.
So it's definitely their pick, right, when it comes to it.
Yeah, this is the one they like to play. Here. They're decent on Haven as well. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised massively if they picked that. They are on, what, like a 7-win streak or something like that? 6? We saw them play well versus BBL. Yep, 4-4 we are. As we roll on through, Angel taking that opening pick, completely destroying pyth on short. And with that, the man advantage now to play with for the attackers. At this point, grouping up and pushing together is definitely the way to go. An opportunity is certainly in play right now for paTiTek. He's always the solid player. Look at that up behind, able to catch Zyppan off. He's got his blind. Oh, he hasn't got his blind, excuse. No, he has. Oh! But he decided not to use it. Tried to TP to the right side. I mean, they were there.
Oh, just trying to make this operator work for him. Definitely on Ascent, it's been more viable than what Mixwell's been able to do.
I'm really surprised he didn't put Paranoia out. But anyways, as G2 end up...
this is huge.
With a man disadvantage, look at that, toe tapping. That's what Shadow was looking for, but they've just broken the wall at this point. He didn't even stay up on the head peak angle, and again, commendations to him, because if he did, potentially a 3v3. It's just not necessary. Yep. You've got time, you've got the site to play crossfires, they have to push into you. When they come off that angle, they have to jump, or, well, fall, which means they're going to be in the air and inaccurate until they land, gives you an advantage in any aim duel. So there's just no need to jump up there. And that's exactly what I say in every game of matchmaking I play, but no one ever listens to me.
They just can't understand now.
They say, shut up, noob. And then they peek it and die. It's great.
Oh, Davidp went down to the spike. The explosion to finish him off. Only ardiis and Mix are able to save over their weapons. It is an operator in their hands, though.
I sort of like the time that you could get an ult charge from diving into the bomb. Just like, it was just great when it exploded and you're like, do I want this Phantom or do I want my ult? You're like, I'm sorry, boys. Save the skin for me. But it makes sense. You have to work for the ult. You can't just jump into a spike.
We might see pyth and paTiTek get aggressive here. Shadow's ready to slow him up, though. He's been able to take the shots over towards them on a bit more of an aggressive angle. They're getting so pushy. This is crazy. Straight out, but Shadow's able to find the kill. Mixel has done a bit of damage. Can he get any more? pyth pushing through, and they did not expect this aggression. They've been having mid for free so many times. Numbers advantage for G2, and this looks a lot better, at least in this round. Can they hold on to it, though? They're all trying to group up on FPX, and they want to at least try and regain some control. But it just doesn't matter where they go. G2 are everywhere.
G2 all over them, destroying. And for pyth, he's got his camera up in 3 seconds. He can get that out to get a little bit more info. Doesn't even have to peek then on the A site and can just rally his comrades to come through. He's going to zip out and just pop it up. There we go. In a nice safe position. They've heard the camera go through. Doesn't really give them any intel on where he is, though. They didn't see it. It's now active. They destroy it, but now both players are going to be spotted. pyth able to take the first. Doesn't need to swing just yet. Could have bought it a little bit of extra time for that rotate to come through from ardiis. Shao, he's feeling like the head peek this time goes up before the second one's popped out. And that's how you want to do it. Not leaving the time to take his gun through. Now the spike planted, and a 1v2 has to reload, but gets it off in time. HP is very low. The recon goes out, but it's not enough. Davidp just swings and pre-fires him with 20 HP. There was no way Shao got that done.
No, Shao played it very well, though. Like you said, right after the second shot that he expected to come out, he just went in for the kill, managed to get it. It actually enabled him to get the spike down. And at least gave him a fighting chance in that. Davidp, though, and pyth in that round, to be fair, both of them did incredibly well. The aggression from both sides wasn't easy for FPX to deal with. They just didn't expect it at all. And again, we're in a game where these two teams are back and forth, round after round.
Look at that. Exactly what we were talking about previously. Just you can't leave him the time to take the gun out. First shot comes through, you know a second's probably on the way. And that's just a habit. It's like in poker, it's your tell. You got to make sure you've got those under control.
Would you get the mask on that gun tattooed on you?
Yeah.
What? Like on my face, or
no. Just on your body anywhere. Not asking for face tattoos.
Yeah, I mean it'll look good.
Oh, pyth going for it. You only get one for his troubles. The revive's coming in. It's FPX. They want to try and make this work. Now this is how to get up there. This is huge. Angel playing off the smokes, manages to at least do some damage. Couldn't get the kill. Mixel too good when it comes to using that Phantom. I'm really liking him off the operator when it comes to this map. Zyppan, he's thinking about it.
As the ult through, it's being destroyed. They haven't spotted Zyppan just yet. Oh, no, they have. The spams are going to come through. He's dodging them. Trying to pull off a matrix here. Whoa. That was a big play by Mixwell, getting a different position on the site, but they're dealing with them one after another. Zyppan now left below, trying to spam up and do some damage. The operator gets in position, but the shot is missed, and now he's left alone. Trying to get it done is the Mixwell that dodged through early, but the ult takes him out, and that will be another going the way of Funplus Phoenix.
That could have gone either way. Mixwell managed to get so far into that site without being taken down. Just watch this. Zyppan's position was known at this point as well, right? There we go. Location revealed. They tried to spam him. He's ducking and diving. He's avoiding all the bullets coming out towards him. And this is the nice one. Gets the Omen, and they go one by one. This is the problem.
Yeah, the idea there was Mixwell to swing out and bait the shots, but
Zyppan
just didn't react. I think he realized by the time he flicked, nah, that guy's gone. Like, I'm not going to hit him for more than 10 damage.
Yeah.
And listen, he could do 10 damage to him and try to spray transfer the other guy, or he could just wait and then take the kill. And that's exactly what he did. Right decision.
Right decision indeed. And FPX, if they could get 7-5 first half, that would be huge. Davidp right on the edge here. No, the wall, we can't get it up. He gets shut down straight away. They're pushing through. paTiTek trying to get on the fast rotate. He's got to be careful pushing through this, so it could be all eyes on him. He's getting tagged. They're spamming him up. They're on the hunt for him more. Zyppan finds the kill, and FPX have destroyed G2 in this round. They don't stand a chance. ardiis comes round for 1 kill, but that might be all he's good for. That spike is planted. It's a 4v1, and ardiis.
Ult.
It's going to take something huge here from you, my man. Yeah, ult makes sense.
Yeah, but if he, there's nothing he could do. If he ulted, they would just push him down, probably just charge after him. He was behind the smoke, got tagged by a drone, like everything went wrong from there. That is going to be 7-5. FPX not only dominate them in that round, as you said, Banks, they also dominate them in the game so far. They've got a 1-0 lead in maps, and this could be the first time. Let me phrase it this way so artists can't argue with me and come in here going, I'm not even going to try the accent, but shouting at me saying, you said we lost a series. This will be the first time we ever see in one series G2 losing 2 maps in a row. 2 maps back to back.
I like the political way you try to attempt it. Pretty much
losing a series without winning a map that isn't a best of 1. There you go. It's basically like winning a best of 3.
But they've technically never lost the best of 3. Even if they lose this match.
That's all he'll say.
They've just lost a best of 2.
We technically have not lost.
Potentially. And they haven't even lost yet. But
even though if there was a 3rd map, you wouldn't have made it there. Doesn't
first half, last time around, right? On the first map, went 7-5 to G2. This time it's gone 7-5 to FPX.
Yep.
This game, again, has started off with just countless aggression. They're trying to push into this A site. The drone's gone out. pyth's leading the charge. Cage is on the floor. They've got a free site for now. Meddo trying not to make any noise. Just keep himself in a good spot. Going to wait for backup from his teammates as well. 3 versus 3. They can't get close to shut that door just yet. Davidp certainly thinking about it. Meddo's able to get 1 though. This is strong. Davidp's trying to back away. He's not going to be seen as well. Information had. They just need to work together as a team now. Communication's going to be key here. He's got ardiis though to back him up. Comes down the side. First kill found. Davidp. He's doing it with the ghost, but now it's a 1v1. Meddo. Can he hold on? Oh, Davidp gets it through. What an incredible way for him to get that done. He edged his way into the main. Walks away with 3 kills from it. He only just got here as well. He could have been spotted.
Early on Split, he did the same thing, winning out some of the initial rounds almost single-handedly, and here definitely you can make that claim. It's gorgeous work by Davidp, who's just been on fire this series and recently on this lineup. He's also been one of the best players to watch.
Cannot disagree.
This is just an eco from FPX. Only going to be the La Pistolas, but when I say only, we know the power of a shorty. If you've ever tried to entry frag on this map, if you're not a baiter, shout out Dinko, you'll know exactly the power of a shorty.
Shao with a shorty is scary, that's for sure. I like that from Zyppan, by the way. Just runs out, does get spotted. He's like, well, may as well just take the fight at this point.
Yeah, you're not getting out of there.
A lot of control that I had here for G2. No problems at all for them to push on this. Mixwell and ardiis going together. Shadow's well aware of what's going on around him, but can he deal with it? Oh, damage done towards Mixwell. He's got to be careful. He loses his weapon. This is not what they can afford to have happen, especially as other players are still on the pistol. The door gets closed. More damage happening. Davidp's trying to run away. Doesn't want to heal up just yet, though, because he's still pretty good for health. Pretty juicy. Shock dart avoiding. Oh, that's really nice from ardiis. Smooth aim. They're not risking it just yet, though. They're not trying to push through. Shao knows that this short might be more valuable going into the next round, I assume, as well.
Really, it's just about, like, if you can play an exit on it, and if you can avoid giving them an ult charge. That's the main goal. It's taking the eco, they can get themselves up rifles in the next. Oh, is he going to sneak through to try and get a ninja on this? Yes, he is. He absolutely is. This is Shao we're talking about. But paTiTek is close by. He takes him down in the end.
I
might go down. Yes, he does. That was really the goal, just to drop an extra weapon.
Yeah.
And what was better? Him rushing in with a shorty and probably not getting anything done, or him waiting and causing that to happen?
Sneaky Shao. Up to his old tricks again. It's Angel that's having a bit of a rough ride on this map, though. The man they rely on being that entry fragger. Despite them having that good first half, 7-5, we're now evened up 7-7.
But those early rounds are for diddly squat. For G2, they basically got a 4-0 for free, right? As in, yes, you have to fight to win the pistol. It's not like it's completely free.
Yeah, pistol's hard. You can't say
It
that.
is. It is definitely hard, but what I mean is it's not repeatable. You could win both pistols and just get wrecked in the buy rounds. And so far, when it comes to buy rounds, when it comes to the remainder of what's left, at least in the other half, FPX have looked better.
So I think we've got to pause, maybe technical, as we wait this out. You've got to say, though, right, these two teams have made this probably the most entertaining game so far we've seen. How close it was on that first one to where we're at now. Back and forth rounds. No one really just took charge and ran away with it.
Do you know what would be sick, Banks?
Mm-hmm.
If we had so I know there's a backstory to Valorant, right?
Yeah.
All of the agents have a backstory and indeed why they're where they are and why they have abilities and all that sort of stuff. I'd love to see a map in the future. I'll take 10% revenue, right, if you decide to do this.
That idea's just stolen.
So you get a map.
Yep.
And say Ascent, right? And that pillar there that's destabilized with some sort of a rift. If it blew up. Say the map was out for 6 months, right? And then they decided they wanted to change it, and they already had an idea when they made the map of what version 2.0 would look at this map. Think about it like the way they update maps in Counter-Strike, right? And they made them a little bit different. If they did that and it had a certain story, one of the agents was on a mission, messed this up, that thing blew up and it caused this bomb site to change, and now it was more open, and maybe some of the bits that were on it are thrown against the wall or something. There was some sort of a story evolution throughout rather than we changed this because it's better. It's we changed this because this thing blew up and it made this. But really, it's because it's a better version of the map or whatever. And just to keep it fresh, keep it new. That'd be pretty cool if there was Levolution.
That doesn't sound like a original idea, Mitch, I'll be honest.
Sounds like it's in another game.
Yeah, definitely sounds like you just stolen it from somewhere else.
I'd like it in a competitive FPS though. That's what we don't have. It's not in one at the moment. It's barely in the game. That's called competitive. So that would be nice if we had something that was it's pure. We're not messing around and just looking to make fun things, but it's a pure FPS tactical, but then it has this story-driven narrative to it, past just backstory. That'd be kind of cool.
I'm down for the story and just learning more about all the agents as well. I'm down for that. Right, I've definitely got the artists and the know-how to make some awesome stuff. Ooh, nice shock dart coming out. That's a lot of damage. Davidp would put the 51 health.
Of damage.
Now can they capitalize on this? Shadow going to get himself boosted up, but that's not going to work out. They just went straight in for him. They knew what he was up to. Shao's able to get one. The rotate's already starting to come round. The site has been secured. G2. They had no real problems getting through that. Angel, nicely done, though.
Yeah.
It's only one. He needs a few more. Shao's there to back him up. They're coming from both sides. Numbers advantage now on this retake. But they've got to get some extra information here. It's too quiet for them to exactly know where these G2 players are going to be. pyth's not able to get himself in a nice spot, though. He was easily found. ardiis falls as well. And that's the way you enter into a site. Everyone just going collectively as a team to make it happen.
Banks, this is another lead for Funplus Phoenix. Their second game under this organization, and they're close to being the first team ever to 2-0 G2 Esports. That's true. There's no arguing it. It's the same veto system as the best three, but it's a 2-0. That's 100% what's happening.
It's not the same veto system.
Pick.
Yeah, but there has to be a decider, doesn't there, in the
Yeah,
best
but
of three? Not the same veto system.
The way
Can't
they
say
do it
that.
is pick random a lot of the time anyway. So in terms of
But it's still not the
how
same veto system.
it would end the
'cause
same
there's
way
only
if it's
two
2-0.
now.
Just saying.
You're just going to get artists.
On principle, the start of it is the same. What would be relevant to this match if it was 2-0 is the same. But anyways.
Chat, please
First
help
team,
me sort mid-Shao.
potentially the first team to ever 2-0 G2 Esports in a series. I'm not going to say best of 3, best of 2. Here we go. Nice ult going to come through. I can deal some serious damage, and ardiis is the one that's going to be taken down. They know there's pistols up close. You got to be very careful if you're Meddo right now. That gun tip could even be poking through the smoke if he takes a step forward, even if he crouches like that. And he just backs up into it. paTiTek trying to get the grind on, and Meddo's the one to take that round, or take that fight at least. And probably the round with Davidp left stuck by himself in towards the garden. A beautiful view if you do look up. And unfortunately, that's the prettiest thing he's probably going to see this round. His teammate is on the other side of the map, slowly making his way through. There's a lurk for him as well. Davidp is gone. And Mixwell. Oh, no, he's actually caught the back of Shao. Free rifle, I guess. Free real estate.
It's not bad for Mixwell, but there's a lot of noise being made. He seems to be aware that this push is coming in. Could do some further damage. Tries to go for the heady, not able to connect the shots. And Meddo will get the kill. We'll finish him off. We'll put the score to 9-7. That's a 2-round lead now for Funplus Phoenix. They can smell the end is near, and they can feel that 2-0. But getting there is another thing, especially when you're going up against G2. I don't care if Funplus Phoenix get to 12 rounds. It is never over with G2 until you actually hit that 13. We've seen it many times, Mitch.
Yeah. You do not want to take your foot off the pedal on this one.
Definitely
the gas
not.
has to be applied all the way through.
You might even need to refuel.
With 2 rounds in the lead, it's time to really just crush them. This buy from G2 Esports is a lot of their money invested. The ult coming straight down. There's going to be so much damage done by that. Meddo goes down. A lot of damage done as well towards the back of the site. And Zyppan's quickly dealt with a body shot from Mixwell. All that was needed. The camera clears up her. They deal with the recon. It is going to spot out one of them, but it's not the biggest of deals. As the spike goes down, the spams don't do anything. And Funplus Phoenix might just be completely locked out of this round.
Yeah, you might just save at this point, surely.
You sneaky boy. ardiis, so the timing was so bad. He was getting up behind the Omen, but it doesn't work out. That one kill, I don't feel like it's going to prompt them forward.
No. Maybe, though.
So
as G2 getting very aggressive, the timing is not perfect.
This is really smart. If Shadow can get up close, he can wall this off late and stop them completely from bailing out in time. He's holding it. He's waiting.
But they're not going to exit that way, are they? No.
That would have been sick.
Good idea. I like the thought behind it. Oh, but they might get themselves in the spot of bother. That's what we're talking about. Mixwell does manage to take down Shao, but he did put the hurt on him in the meantime to take some weapons away. He's done the credit damage to him. For all intents and purposes, it was successful. Well, there you go. Like a sexy play, maybe. That's where we're going with it, Mitch. I've just broken you.
It was sexy. Oh my god, thanks. Oh.
Supposed to say successful, but
It was a fast play. I'll make sure to pronounce that one correctly. I don't want any suggestive comments. Oh my god. Well,
we do have some fun.
don't say that after what you just said. My god, Banks. Don't give the people those ideas. Don't let them know the truth. So, one behind. G2 Esports are in a position where they can definitely get back into this, but the pressure is being applied for what could be the first time in a serious way that G2 have felt any sort of pressure since they've been in Valorant. Full stop.
I agree. Well, they need to make sure they can hold on to this. Mixwell, what are you doing? Where are you looking? Oh, Shadow! He gets away with 2. That was huge. He was in such a position where he should have just been dead straight out of it. ardiis, though, he's hearing, he's listening. They didn't check him. They've got no idea, Mitch.
Not a clue. This is the potential to do a whole lot more. ardiis just shredding them from behind. And that's going to leave us into a 2v2. Funplus Phoenix. They can get it done. They can pull this 10-8, pull it right back into their favor. But it ain't going to be easy. Taking the fight.
No.
paTiTek manages to drop one. Do they know about the second? Well, they do, of course, because the blind came out earlier. Paranoia gave him away. And Angel's taken out by ardiis to equalize things yet again.
ardiis is an absolute monster. That was the lurk from hell. What a way for that to go down. He sneaks behind him, doesn't want to make any noise. This one was huge, Mitch. Look at this bit where he just boosts himself up, He should have been seen. He heard Mixwell, manages to get the kill, walks straight up into it, and he should have never even been able to get the second one there. paTiTek should have had him straight away.
Oh. I'm still recovering, Banks. I'm still recovering from your comments. 9-9.
It happens.
We're tied up.
As always, this is these two playing back-to-back against each other.
Nowhere to run.
There we go, the ult coming through. paTiTek able to take down Angel to start, and Shao looking for some more victims. He finds Davidp and puts him into a bit of a bind. As 9-9, they're fighting for dominance, fighting to take that lead, and with low HP over towards ardiis, this could definitely swing Funplus Phoenix's way very quickly. It's not just ardiis that's low, actually. Look at paTiTek.
Yeah.
I actually thought he was full HP because I can't see his health bar. It is a pixel.
He must... Ooh.
Zyppan's got Mixwell to deal with first. Full HP, operator in hand. If he gets him, that's an easy 3k spray down. He can get this done. First around the corner, easily picked off. Mixwell, oh, he leaves! And that means paTiTek just gets blast packed out of it. The 1 HP, not quite enough to be anywhere near that blast. And so the advantage swings firmly in favor of Funplus, who don't need to do a thing. They can just stay in their current positions. They even know they've given up garden control. So while pyth has got a flank, look, Zyppan's being very cautious of it. So they just concede control, and they're going to allow him to come up behind.
Doesn't matter though, because look, Meddo is ready and waiting for it. He's checking all his corners. He's going to ensure they don't get stabbed in the back. Mixwell, he tried to take that shot, backed out of there. The rest of his two teammates fell. Zyppan putting that Raze to work. Time ticks away. The 10th round secured. 2 weapons saved over. An all-important operator and a Vandal. G2 are right on the edge. And it's a scary edge if they fall off this one. The spikes are right below them. Oh, it was just so good. He did huge damage.
I know exactly.
Yeah,
And the fact he got the Sage as well, that's a difference maker.
This was it. Look, that missed shot by Mixwell immediately. paTiTek's just stood there like, don't leave me! Don't leave me!
It looks so funny when the Jett backs away from a moment like that, because it's just like, yeah, you're on your own, guys.
Yeah, bye!
I missed you. You're on your own.
This is all on you guys. That's what I was saying. If Mixwell was first around that corner and he got dropped, which possibly would have, that would have been it, 3k.
Okay, we're having another pause. I reckon these are tactical pauses then.
Could be. The last one was extended.
Yeah, it's tactical pause we were just told. Interesting, because G2,
Is that G2's?
they're probably feeling the pressure.
If that's G2's tactical pause, I think this will be the first time I've seen them pull out tactical pauses. At least, certainly 2. And both were G2's. That means G2. Let me just say this for the record, because this will be the first time in franchise history. They're feeling the pressure. They're feeling severe pressure from a team that has only just been formed. They've been picked up, I think officially today. At least the org tweeted out. It was late, I suppose, the time zones. But yesterday was their first game under this org. A few days ago was their first game as a team. And here they are, in a position where they could be 2-0ing G2. They're causing tactical timeouts, which in itself is a win. And at worst, they've tied. That's phenomenal.
Pressure is being applied. G2, they got to try and figure out how to do this. They've not found themselves in these situations many times. Funplus Phoenix, they could be doing what every team in Europe has wished they could do.
Within, like, what, 5 days?
Wow. Okay, so we've just been told by production guys that Davidp has an emergency and they're going to have to play it 4v5 from here on out. That's what G2 have decided themselves. That is wild. Hopefully everything is okay when it comes to Davidp and the emergency is not too crazy.
Yeah, hopefully it's...
I don't want this to negate from the fact that we could have still been watching the fact that Funplus Phoenix potentially would have 2-0'd G2 Esports here, but this is going to get a hell of a lot harder now for them.
100%. That's going to be... I mean, at this point, you can't deny the favor is 100% over towards Funplus Phoenix. Just It sucks that it's in this manner if they do manage to beat them, that it's not almost, you know, legitimate towards the end anyways. But either way, they've done so well when we've been towards normality. G2 have made the decision to play this out 4v5. We'll see if they can make the comeback happen. The shots there as paTiTek falls, another as pyth is deleted, and this is looking like it's going to be the end. The final player is Davidp, who's had the emergency, and he is AFK. So an unconventional end, a first for us here. As you said, hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah, that's a bit harsh when it comes to how this game plans out, but you know, these things happen. We have to continue to move forward with it. We can't take anything away from Funplus Phoenix either, right? Because they were potentially on track to get this done either way.
100%. They were definitely favorites to close it out, whether it's a 4v5 or 5v5.
So 11-9, 2 rounds is all FPX need at this point. ardiis using his ult, but Mixwell's gone down. Zyppan's gone aggressive. He's got his own ult out as well. He's hoping there's more. Oh, that was a really nice shot. He still lands it onto paTiTek. He shot it after being died. He still manages to get the kill. Meddo's finishing off ardiis. It's only the Sage that remains.
Here.
And he's just sat in spawn. Can you not take over the person afterwards?
No,
I guess
no.
not.
The most you can do is if they do DC, you'll get a spare orb in the spawn. I'm not sure if, because we're on custom servers, I don't think it has the auto DC, at least based on the fact that it hasn't DC'd it by now. So this may just be the conclusion of a lot of these rounds is still running there. Which sucks that you don't even get the extra. Also in a pistol round, if your teammate disconnects, you get free armor and a free ult orb, which is pretty
I'll take
handy.
that.
Yeah, I've had far too many experiences of that happen.
Yeah, matchmaking's not fun in that sense.
But you get a ghost and armor, so yeah, every now and then I'm like, oh, the 5 stack's on in like half an hour, let me just kill him real quick. Oh, no, I shouldn't have done this.
Errors were made. And that's what paTiTek's probably saying as well as Mixwell. Yeah, they've just kind of given up now, haven't they?
Realistically, when you're in their position, you would obviously not be in the best of spirits, that's for sure. So I'm not too surprised to see them just kind of throw this one by the wayside. The reality is, either way, not to take away from Funplus Phoenix's accomplishment here, I really think they would have 2-0'd. I think either way they would have taken this one.
It would have been close again for sure, but I'd very much be with you there that from what we've seen, Funplus Phoenix certainly played better. I just think the problem now with this match is it's always going to have that caveat that, well, G2 have played the last few rounds of only 4 people.
That's the thing, right?
And that is a shame that these things certainly happen.
Yeah. Now I can't make my best of 3 argument with ardiis because he's
No,
just
we
gonna
definitely can't.
But yeah. Hopefully, as I hope you'll all agree, hopefully we wish Davidp the best in whatever's happened. Hopefully it's nothing serious, just some sort of a technical issue to do with his housing or something.